July 21st, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topics are Taiwan to establish an English channel and the controversy of the Presidential Office Secretary General's visit to Indonesia. First, I want to talk about Taiwan to establish an English channel. Taiwan's Ministry of Culture stated that Taiwan is going to set up an international channel in English. I think this is a great idea. Taiwan should have done it years ago, especially in the face of China's foreign propaganda. Taiwan must be seen by the world and it must be heard by everyone. Also, people around the world have to see the situation of a democratic Taiwan against totalitarian China. And there are several points. A, China's foreign propaganda is a big threat to Taiwan and the whole world as well. And China's Central Television, CCTV, launched an international English news channel in 2000. Also, when Xi Jinping was inspecting the CCTV and People's Daily in February 2016, he proposed that China should establish a media for foreign propaganda with strong international influence. Therefore, the CGTN, China Global Television Network, has established. CGTN has almost become a Chinese official's microphone. And the host Liu Xin had a debate with the Fox anchor Reagan in 2019 regarding trade issue. I think all of you remember that. B, what are the obstacles for Taiwan to establish an English channel now? Well, Taiwan wants to use the public television, 公视, to launch the channel, but some people do not agree with it because they think the public television should not be used as a method for foreign propaganda. Well, I have to say, I do not agree with this. However, public television, 公视, has always been a source of contentions for different political parties. I only say that, we have to establish the English channel as soon as possible because we're already 20 years behind China. And, actually looking at South Korea and Japan, Taiwan is 21 years behind South Korea's Arirang TV, and that was established in 1999, and 12 years behind Japan's NHK World Japan. Fight on, Taiwan. The View with Catherine Chang is only the beginning. Well, I believe that in the future we will have a brand new English channel very soon. Second, I want to talk about the controversy of the Presidential Office Secretary General's visit to Indonesia. And the Presidential Office Secretary General Su Jiaquan and his nephew, legislator Su Zhenqing, were accused by KMT of bringing the officials of state-owned enterprises to Indonesia in 2017, such as Zhongyou CPC Corporations and Taitang Taiwan Sugar Corporations. The KMT accused them of kind of secretly discussing something without noticing the Taipei Economic and Trade Office in Indonesia. However, Su Jiaquan and Su Zhenqing both denied these accusations and filed a lawsuit today. And there are several points I want to share. A, the Presidential Office Secretary General Su Jiaquan said that he only went to Indonesia in 2016 and 2019 to promote the new southbound policy. Legislator Su Zhenqing said that he went to Indonesia in 2016, not 2017. B, the problem is that the Taipei Economic and Trade Office in Indonesia released an official document, and it says that the representative Chen Zhong told the Deputy Minister of Economic Affairs at that time, Wang Meihua, that there were some people who went to Indonesia for their self-interest. C, I want to point out, Su Jiaquan is somebody right now. He is the President Office Secretary General. Not long ago, his nephew, Zhang Zhongjie, had to step down from the position as Channel General Manager due to malpractice claims. And now his another nephew, Su Zhenqing, are involved in this accusation. Analysts think that this is not that simple. Here are the top stories. Today, we have 0 confirmed cases. In response to the Beijing imposing new national security law in the former British colony Hong Kong, UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab announced that The imposition of this new security legislation has significantly changed key assumptions and underpinning our extradition treaty agreements with Hong Kong. It is a clear and serious violation of the UK-China Joint Declaration. Also, UK extends its arms embargo to Hong Kong. UK government will not allow British companies to export potentially lethal weapons or their kind of components or ammunition, as well as equipment that might be used for internal repression. And Chinese ambassador to Britain, Liu Xiaoming, fought back and said that he said the UK blatantly interfere in China's internal affairs and contravene international law. They will bear the consequences if it insists on going down the wrong road. On the other hand, the Washington Times published an article, and the title is From Mouse China to Foggy Bottom. Miles Yu Maochun, a key player in new approach to Beijing. And they wrote, Miles Yu is a principal China policy and planning advisor to U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. He has been able to identify hidden vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the Chinese leadership. In the past 3 years, you know that Mr. Yu has been a powerful behind-the-scenes force within the Trump administration, reshaping U.S. policies toward China. Mr. Yu calls the new China approach principled realism. In Mandarin, we call that 原则性现实主义. I think what he was referring to was that China-U.S. relations should be practical and follow the reality. Regarding the article, we know that the Global Times editor Hu Xijing published a video to make comments, and he said that Miles Yu has a clear encyclopedic knowledge to China, making him a significant threat for totalitarianism. However, he doesn't realize that by attacking the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, he's also attacking China. People like him aren't true scholars. As tensions rise between China and U.S., Professor Emeritus at Harvard University, Ezra Vogel, went on the Global Times interview and said that. He said that, China, U.S. face historic task of managing rivalry, avoiding fights. And he also said there's a real danger of war between China and the U.S. if Beijing fears that Taiwan independence has crossed a line, or if they conclude that the U.S. will not defend Taiwan militarily. A conflict over Taiwan could escalate into an all-out war. Talking about Taiwan's battle against COVID-19, Bloomberg published an article, and the title is Life's Livelihood and Policy Ranking Emerging Markets. And they wrote, well, Taiwan is number one because, Taiwan is ranked first in the Bloomberg Economics ranking of certified economics based on the confirmed deaths from COVID-19, the level of activity compared with the pre-virus normal, and the policy space available to counter the damage. So Taiwan is ranked number one. And last, I want to share with you the Fox Oxford City in the UAE established sister cities with Taiwan. The motion was forwarded by Oxford City Councillor Stephen Goddard, and he pointed out that Taiwan has gone through an economic miracle and was the first country in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage. He also praised Taiwan's successful epidemic prevention measures. Well, we really appreciate this. Well, thank you. That will be all for today. I hope you have a great night. And this is The View with Catherine Chang. I'll see you tomorrow.